Today we will take a little break from all the tarantulas and instead I will bring you up to speed with all of my true spiders. This Heteropoda and Viridasius need to be rehoused in bigger enclosures like these. I need to check if my trapdoor spider is still alive because I haven't seen it in ages. I need to update you how the widows are doing, how reclusa spiders are doing, also these cool orange guys, and of course these Linothele spiders that are crazy web as you see. I should also rehouse them, but that will be a different video, and I will also update you on my jumping spiders. So yeah, let's go! Just quick important information before this video starts. In 3 weeks I will be in Germany on one tarantula expo in a town called Weinstadt. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but in the description you will find the link of the expo, so you can find all the information in regards to that. Here is the link of tarantulas that I can bring. You can reserve them by sending me a message on Instagram or Facebook or an email, and I will only bring the ones that are reserved. Secondly, here is the list of all glass enclosures that I can bring, but I also recommend you to reserve them because I have limited amount of 30 centimeters long enclosures, and I'm not sure if I should bring more terrestrial or arboreals 20 centimeters long enclosures. So in order to be sure that there is enough enclosures for everyone needs, make sure to reserve them ahead of time. You don't need to pay anything, I will put you on the list and we will do the transaction on the expo. Also, I will bring all acrylic enclosures that I have, but they won't be available for the reservation. And last thing, if you have accommodation near Weinstadt, also feel free to send me a message because we will arrive a day earlier and we want to get a nice rest before we get to the show. So yeah, super excited about that. Back to the video. I guess we will start with these because they are super cool. These are called, I really don't know if they have some common name, but their scientific name is Cupiennius salei, if I'm remembering correctly, and they are super hunters. But this one is, as you can see, super fat, so he already ate too many roaches, and definitely no roaches today. And you see, the underside, there is like a cool black marking, huh? Yeah, and if I can open the enclosure, maybe you'll be able to see it better. Ah, it went behind the corkbark, damn it. Also, the other one is behind the corkbark on the corkbark, and is sitting right here when the ventilation holes are, so I cannot get a super clear shot, but these enclosures are super transparent, so you can see very well. And if by any chance you're not familiar with them, they are the dark den acrylic enclosures that are available on my webshop, link in the description. I have them available in front opening arboreal version, top opening fossorial version, you see, and top opening terrestrial version. Also, micro front opening version and micro top opening version for all of your slings. They are only available in Europe, but in case you are from the US or Canada, I collaborated with Tarantula Creeps to bring this design to American market, and of course they are all stackable, you see. There are pins so you can stack them all. Really neat thing. Anyhow, back to this, I need to mention that this one is freshly molted, so you can see that it is a bit lighter color, lighter coloration. And its abdomen is much slimmer. They are both unfortunately unsexed, so I have no idea if they are guys or girls or a nice pair. We will see that in the future when we will rehouse them probably. So yeah, they still have 2 or 3 molds before that. Now let's check out the trapdoor spider because that is something that I'm mostly eager about. As I already mentioned in the intro, I haven't seen it in like 3 months maybe, and all the roaches that I added inside just hang for like 3 or 4 days before I remove them. So it is either dead or in really long pre-mold. I have no idea. I will take a stick, we will open the trapdoor and see if we can spot anything. And honestly, the trapdoor looks kind of weird. You see it is like open over there. I don't know, it seems unattended, man. I really hope that it is still alive because I just love trapdoor spiders. Can you see anything inside? If I zoom, no. Maybe if I bring more light. I think I see something over there. I will poke it with a stick. Oh no. Oh! Movement! There is movement! Great! Yes, it is still alive. Oh yeah! And it is really mad. Went further down. I can no longer see it, but great. There is like a speck of web on the side, you see? Right here you see, and I initially thought that this is a window inside of the hide, but unfortunately not. The hide is somewhere, I don't know, angled more down. I have no idea what this is. But okay, I don't really mind it. As long as it's alive, I'm fine. And I think that I have some recordings of it building a trapdoor that I didn't include in a previous video, so maybe I can also share that in this video. Yeah, I have a time-lapse of how it was finishing the trapdoor, and you can even see a leaf spreading after being watered. Unfortunately, it is not the complete trapdoor because it still lacks the trap lines. And after that super fast clip, here is a slow down one, so you can see how it grabs Lateralis roach. And if you wondered how it looks in real time, it is fast, pretty fast. And this is a fun one. I offered it a headlight roach, but it struggled to grab it since they are a bit round and much harder than Lateralis roaches. So if I had some clips, I hope that they were good. Let's now check these. These used to be called Linothele megatelloides, but now they are called Linothele sericata or something like that, if I remember correctly. And yeah, of course that it will hide immediately, but we have the second one maybe visible a bit more. I mean, I love the fact that they web a lot, but it definitely makes showing them a bit trickier, and also the fact that they are pretty skittish, you know? It definitely doesn't help this situation. Maybe if I poke a bit, we can get it to come on top of the web. Okay, getting there. Boop. Ooh! Yeah, you see, definitely big enough for a rehouse, right? But look how awesome they look. I mean, those spinnerets, even without seeing their web, the spinnerets tell you that they mean business for sure. So I have two, both on sex. It would be also cool if they turn out to be a pair, but to figure that out, I need to snatch a nice molt. Yeah, and as you can see, I don't think that I ever shown them since I rehoused them in these enclosures, so maybe I can show you the clip of how their enclosures looked after like a week of them being inside, and now you can see the full glory of their web. And also, I see a sneaky roach over there, you see? Uneaten roach, so I'm not really sure if you know, but you have a snack down there. And look how shiny his carapace is. They don't really have some crazy coloration, but their shininess is what sets them apart from similarly colored tarantulas. Yeah, really cool stuff. So quick. I was thinking to just let them molt one more time inside of these enclosures, but now when I'm looking at them, I think that it would be better to just rehouse them in 20 by 20 by 20 cube and just be set for next year or two until I move them into a 30 by 25 by 25 enclosure for their permanent enclosure. Let's deal with jumping spiders. As you may know, inside of this enclosure I have a Phidippus Regus female. Her name is Nancy, and I used to have Sid, the male Phidippus Regus, but unfortunately he is no longer with us. And what is perhaps even more unfortunate, she never managed to produce any babies after we paired them. As you may remember, we did try to pair them. There was a lot of activities between them. It seems that it was unsuccessful, and I did attempt a couple of times off camera, but every time she was super uninterested, and I thought that maybe she was in a pre-molt, so that's why. But ever since I got her, she never molted, so I don't really know why she decided to refuse him. And you see, this is where she resides most of the time. She built this hammock, but she's not really living inside of that hammock. She used to live in a hammock back there, but then she relocated for some reason, and she never used this, what was intended to be her hide. She never used that. So yeah, that's basically it. I never did any updates with her because there wasn't really anything particular to update you about. She's just there, alive and well, but nothing particularly interesting is going on. Yeah, besides her looking super cute as usual. Just look at those eyes. You cannot really resist them. And the fangs, even though she's hiding them a bit with her pedipalps, you can see the purple coloration. Yeah, Philipus Regus are just super cool spiders. Super cool jumping spiders, but she is a bit not active, as you can see, and that is because it is currently night. The junglarium lights are off, the enclosures behind me are off, and she would also be in the darkness, so that is why she is basically asleep now. So let me bring her back to her spot and let her just chill over there. Although it is funny how she spends most of her time upside down, you see? Just like that. Okay, but you maybe noticed that I said jumping spiders in plural. That is because I have another jumping spider that is a bit tiny, but still worthy of showing. Oh, and by lifting the enclosure, I'm kinda lifting her hide, her hammock, I mean, but yeah. I should rehouse her in front opening enclosure, to be honest. This is, I don't remember the species name, but I will write it down.
and she's actually really small. You can see this is an adult female with huge abdomen, but a tiny species. This is how usually jumping spiders are big in my area, in Croatia and Europe in general. All our jumping spiders are tiny, which is really unfortunate, but oh well. Same thing, nothing special to update you about. So I just wanted to show you that she's still around. Now let's actually do a rehouse. The one that we will be rehousing first is this Heteropoda David Bowie. It is still not big, but definitely much bigger and worthy of a bigger enclosure. And the second one, Viridasius species silvestriformes, and unfortunately I used to have two, but for some reason one died when it was still tiny. So at least we still have this one. And just look how clear the picture is, even though it is through the enclosure. Dark than acrylic enclosures for the win. So let me bring two of them, and also a PSA that I'm really surprised that I even need to tell you, but every now and then I would receive an email from someone who ordered the enclosures saying that his enclosures are blurry or are not transparent or got some huge scratches on them, you see, just like that. I really don't get it how it is not obvious that that is a protective foil that you need to take down, you need to peel it down. The foil is there so the enclosure does not get scratched during the production, you know. You see, this is how transparent your enclosure needs to be, not like this, like this. So in case you are one of those people that didn't figure it out, peel off your foil, please. There we go, fully transparent. Both enclosures will be set up the same way, so just a little bit of substrate to provide some humidity, you know, and of course cork barks for the back. Just need to figure out which one will fit the best. Ooh, this one is definitely the winner. You see, I love when it is filling up the most of the background. And for the second one, I will maybe need to like use this one. Oh, it actually squeezes in between the sides and it is holding even without the substrate. Nice! So now I'll need to decide in which I want to put which tarantula. I think that I'm gonna put Heteropoda here and Viridasius here. And first we will rehouse the Viridasius because I want to get that off my back. They are super fast, so it can be tricky. Unless I pull some 200 IQ move, like open the enclosure, and since it sits on this cork bark, maybe I can just directly grab this cork bark. Don't breathe. Ooh, this is beautiful shot. Oh, if this was the only thing in the video, this would definitely be a nice thumbnail. Okay, let's get it in. While it is still cooperating, I think that I'll just drop it. Look. And it is not happy. Look at it bolt inside, teleporting around the enclosure. I'm so happy that I closed it on time, because this thing knows how to move fast. This rehouse, it could have gone south so easy. But now you have a roomy enclosure to move around and make a brand new hide, a brand new web hammock, yeah, right beside there, behind this lovely cork bark. Oh yeah. Let's deal with Heteropoda. That one is also super fast, but for some reason I really feel confident dealing with it, although it is on the side and not on the cork bark, so we cannot pull the same tactic. So I really hope that Poke of Destiny will do its magic. Okay, getting there. Yes, it went on the other side of the lid, so I can technically close it off now. And by placing it like this, it should go in just one direction. Yes, right to the cork bark, you see? Without any fuss, we got it in the enclosure. Perfect. And it even took me a little bit more than with Viridasius, but it felt way safer. Close the enclosure off and let Tarantula enjoy its new house, where it can just grow and grow and grow. Now, what is left? Oh, look at this. Another roach in this enclosure. The first one that I showed you is right there. And this is the other species. This is a headlight roach, while this is I don't remember how it's called, but yeah, two roaches inside of this enclosure, so I really don't know what this spider is waiting for. Got two snakes just waiting for him. Okay, what we have left? The widows, the brown recluse, and these spiders. Yeah, let's go with widows. I still have two of these, and I have two of these. These are, I think, Latrodectus obscurior. You see the second one is in this smaller enclosure, and These are, I believe, Latrodectus geometricus. You see, one is here and the second one is right there. But they are so hard to record. You have no idea how hard to get them in proper focus and everything. Super annoying to record. And fun thing, if I remember correctly, this one should also be Latrodectus geometricus, just like these two. But you see, these got red markings and are not so blackish, while this one got like a blackish abdomen and brownish marking, just like this one. So they appear to be the same species, I'm not sure. Or maybe I just messed some labels up, I really don't know. I really don't have much to say about them. The only thing is that it's really annoying. Now it went in the hole, I need to poke it out. That is a lateralis roach right there. Apparently the proper way to feed the widows is to just let loose roaches on the substrate, and as they walk around they will get caught in the web and the widow will grab them. But it happened literally never. Whenever I drop roach inside, it just ends like this. They live inside for weeks and spider never really get them. As if their web is not as sticky as it should be. I don't know how to describe it, but even when I drop roaches directly in the web, they just fall down. They do not stick to the web, and the only way to get a spider to grab the roach is to squish the roach a bit and gently position it in the web so it cannot fall down when it moves, and that is the only way it stays in the web and spider gets it. You see the same thing in this enclosure. Roach is still alive down there, and this is really annoying because I don't know if I have broken spiders or if there is something wrong with my roaches. I really don't know, but it's super annoying. So my only experience with widows is they are super hard to feed and they are time consuming to feed because you need to be super precise with the roaches, otherwise they will not eat. Now let's deal with these, the brown reclusa. Although now I remember that I have more true spiders that I didn't bring to the table. I have the ones, the Sicarius, thomisoides or something like that, the six-eyed sand spider. I will bring them after we deal with this. After I show you these highly controversial spiders. The terrifying brown reclusa. You know, the problem with these is they have nasty venom that causes necrosis or something like that, when your tissue will actually start falling apart and you can lose limb or something. Same thing with six-eyed sand spider. That's why I remember that I also have those. But their bites are actually kind of rare and they are super overhyped when it comes to how really dangerous they are. So yeah, they are definitely getting bigger. They were tiny spiderlings and now they are like a proper spider-ish. And soon, after another molt, I can move them into these enclosures. They could definitely use more space, although I'm not sure how big they get. I don't think that they will get much bigger than this. You see, if you compare them with my finger, yeah, they're approximately like a finger, nothing special. Although really cool to have them. They are not native to Croatia and everyone is super afraid of them in US, so it's funny to have them now. And these spiders are the ones that I have for such a long time. It finally seems that they're getting adult. And it looks like, yeah, this one died just when I want to say that it seems like they will live forever. So ironic. Anyhow, I think that this one was a female because it is much darker than the others, and now it's unfortunately dead. But I think that I had them for like 7-8 years. You see, this one is still fine and not as dark as this one, you see. So I thought that this one is a mature female while these are like juvenile males, but it seems like I was wrong. I still have 2 more. You see, this one are kind of freshly molted, tiny abdomen. And the third one right here, still alive from what I can see. The only cool and kind of unique thing about these is they don't require a single drop of water. In 7 years of owning them, I never dropped a single drop of water inside. Really cool how they can survive like that. All of moisture that they need comes from prey. And I will bring the six-eyed sand spiders. I still have 2. I sold 1 female last year, and also last year 1 male that I have died. Here are the girls. They are both unfortunately not buried, so you won't be able to see their superpower, but you can see them well at least. And they are super cool spiders when they are hiding, and you can always show them when someone comes and wants to see something cool. I can always show them these spiders because they're usually hiding and you cannot see them, but then you shake the box and the spider pops out, which is super cool sight. And they cannot climb plastics, thankfully, because they got a really nasty venom, as I said. Same like the brown reclusa, it causes the necrosis. Really nasty thing, but apparently they don't really want to bite. So they are a-okay. I also have them for a long time, maybe I think 8 years. Yeah, I got them all the way in the first dark den back in my apartment.
So those were all of my true spiders. Now you are up to date with all of them and you know which rehouses you can look forward to. Other than that, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, thumbs it up and comment something. If you want to support this channel more, there's a Patreon page and also a web shop page where you can get the enclosures and some other merch and glass enclosure parts. I upload every Monday, so see you again really soon. Bye!